Now, joining me now is one of Trump's presidential rivals, former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm eager to hear your perspective in particular as one of the hopefuls for the RNC nomination. One thing that's been suggested, Governor, has been that voters ought to be able to know the outcomes of these cases before the voting begins. The calendar might not cooperate with that, but is that the right thing to do, that voters would be able to know what's going to happen?
Sure, the more information to the voters, the better. And so in an ideal world, these cases would be concluded and the voters would have all the information they need. But as a practical matter, the criminal docket is not going to allow that to happen. Voting will take place in Iowa and New Hampshire before these cases are concluded. And so it puts the voters in a terrible situation. That's not good for them. More information would be better. We'd like to see them to have that. But the fact is, candidates who's running for 2024 nomination on the Republican side, they got to take a stand on this. Either you're for accountability and the rule of law, or you're for Donald Trump and chaos. And I think you can't take the middle ground on that. And in this case, whenever you look at what happened on January 6th, I've been clear, Donald Trump is morally responsible for that.
You have been quite clear, but also is clear that people are not necessarily budging. People are not. I mean, I can't imagine that anyone had on their strategist bingo card, you mean I've got an opponent who's now have three indictments and 2 impeachments, and I can't use any of it? I can't capitalize or seize on any of it? Why do you think there is that hesitation, and I'm using that term generously here? Why is there the outright refusal in most instances to try to use this, even as a part of one's campaign, to talk about the issues that I know that you also want to actually discuss?
Well, that's what we do. I just came back from New Hampshire, and the voters there are asking me about affordable housing. They're asking me about the challenge of the economy and high interest rates. And so that's what we're talking about on the campaign trail. Now, the fact is that they're overwhelmed with the information on the Trump charges, and it's going to be an issue in the campaign. You think about the charges and whether he's found guilty or not guilty is another issue. But here, the special prosecutor says that he actually knew he lost the election, but he tried to overturn the election anyway. And the defense is that, well, he actually believed that he won the election. So if you believe the defense, you've got a candidate who wants to be president who's delusional. And if you believe the special prosecutor that he knew that he lost the election and tried to overturn it anyway, then it's criminal conduct. And so it's going to be a campaign issue. I want to get on the debate because this issue will come up in the debate. And the difference between the candidates and their approach to this and how they're handling this and the rule of law will be an issue in that debate that comes up in Milwaukee in August.
You certainly described the consummate rock in a hard place, or the lesser of 2 evils, and I'm not sure which one voters are keen to attach themselves to, but you do want to be on that debate stage. But in the meantime, I'm sure you've heard the Fox News executives had had dinner with Trump last night in an effort to convince him to actually join in on that debate. So far, he is saying he's not going to really give oxygen to the other candidates. What's your response?
Well, whether he's there or not, it's going to be a very good debate. And I'll be prepared either way. If he's there, there's a lot to talk about. If he's not there, just think about the debate between the candidates who are there. There's differences in policy. But we're going to talk about real issues that people care about in their pocketbook. And so if you want me to be on that debate stage, asa2024.com is how you help me get there. And I think people want a vigorous debate there, whether Donald Trump is there or not.
Let's talk about that road to getting there, because there were some interesting warnings that President Obama actually privately gave to President Biden. And one of the comments he made apparently was not to underestimate Trump's political strength. By jumping into the race, and so many of the candidates who are hoping to best him in spite of the polling that we are seeing, and it is still early, is there an underestimation about his political strength and the scope of the base that supports him still? Did you underestimate him?
I don't think I underestimated him, but the hold that he has and the loyalty of the base and how they've accepted everything that he's said. They have followed him to the ends of the earth, and it's to their detriment whenever you look at the fact that he has misled them, but there's still that loyal bond there, and I don't know what's going to break it. And I acknowledge that he's at a very high level, and you got other candidates that are in single digits. We'll see where this goes, but this is a fight that's for the soul of the Republican Party and the future of our country, and it's a fight worth having. And that's why, and I sense in Iowa and New Hampshire, these early states, people are paying attention, and they care about this, and they want to look at the alternative candidates. They want to look at the debate and make a good decision. So it is wide open. It is early, and we can't, and this is the most unpredictable political environment I've seen in my lifetime. And so let's see how it plays out. Let's give the voters a chance, and all the facts we hope will be on the table in regard to this case, the pending cases that are against Donald Trump.
By the way, Governor, really quick, if for some reason you do not find yourself on the debate stage or qualifying in that realm, would you consider running as a third-party candidate?
Well, I want to run as the Republican nominee. That's the only thing that I'm considering. I expect to be on the debate stage, and I trust that everybody will help get me there. And that's the only goal that I have right now, is to be on that debate stage.
Governor Asa Hutchinson, thank you so much.
Thank you. Great to be with you. Thank you.